Sheriff Lawless said that the jailer hadn't had any issues with Blevins, nor had he been complaining of any illness. Around noon on Friday, a corrections officer was doing a check when Blevins was found to be feeling ill and had thrown up on himself, so they took him to St. Mary's Center in Ironton, where he had a seizure and passed away. Now,
it sounds a lot like Jalen Goodwin, by the way. Jalen Goodwin out of Springfield, Missouri, who, again, the guy swallowed drugs and he died in jail, just like Blevins, right?
yes.
So, go ahead and start off with your full name. I'm kidding. So tell me what you know here about the...
So I'll tell you a story. One time I have a brother, and my brother ended up not in his right mind. Somebody slipped him some drugs, and he ended up getting arrested because he was asleep on somebody's couch or floor or something like that. So they took him to the Lawrence County Jail. Now, remind you, my brother's out of his mind. He is medically not doing good. Gets beat down while he was in the Lawrence County Jail. Then they sent him to a hospital, which sent him right back. And then the jail, after having to fight with him, because he's not in his right mind, sends him to another jail that's associated with him, where they lock my brother into a room, pepper ball my brother. Like, he has marks.
They're shooting it with a pellet gun.
Yep.
With the air gun with the pepper balls in it.
Yep. And by the time he went to court and everything, where you could tell that he wasn't in his right mind.
This is in the Lawrence County Sheriff's Jail.
And the courthouse.
Jeff.
And instead of getting him medical help, and all of us told him he's not in his right mind, he's going through something. By the time he come out of jail, Lawrence County sent him to Butler County. By the time he come out of jail, he was 110 pounds, soaking wet, scarred all up.
From the pepper balls.
Yep, and they did nothing but charge him, give him a felony. We ended up having to put him in a hospital where he was diagnosed that the acid in his system had gotten stuck in his spine, and he became a schizophrenic from it. It took him a year, 2 years from medication to even become normal.
And so he was doing drugs, so he needs to be punished.
That he didn't even know about.
Right.
Like, they was slipped. My brother was never even,
How did he get the drugs in him?
He has no clue. Took a drink, I don't know. They couldn't figure it out. He still to this day says no, but his blood work was different.
Mm-hmm. What was it?
LSD.
LSD?
Mm-hmm.
It drove a family member of mine completely crazy, where he snapped and became a different person.
And to me, I know that I've watched your videos, so I know your history. You don't like cops. And me, I do.
Oh, you back the blue?
Somewhat.
Have you been in torture cuffs?
No.
Have you had to turn around, squat, and cough?
Nope. I have family that has.
Have you been wrongfully detained and turned around and skiffed where they put their fingers in the crack of your butt?
Nope.
You've been charged with felonies or crimes. You have to now spend all your money. Have you had to bond out of jail?
I've had to bond a lot of people out.
Have you had to bond yourself out of jail where you don't know if someone's going to come to your rescue?
Nope.
And you call home and they say, this is a collect call from you at this jail. If you want to never take this call, push 5. Have you experienced that? And then have you experienced the first time someone said to you, what'd you do? What do you mean, what I do? You back the blue until it happens to you. And I don't I understand, yeah. You just said there's good cops. Those cops take people to dungeons. I feel bad because I feel like I came at you too hard.
Everybody has their own opinion. Everybody has their opinion.
I'm sorry for coming at you in that way.
Oh, you're right.
I'm just, I can hold my emotions in check, but when people say they support this police system or that people belong going to a jail, it's because you never been there.
No, I have not. I know nothing about it.
No one belongs going to that dungeon unless you kill 6 people or rape people or molest children. And you and I align there, you can't be in society anymore. But people who are accused of drugs, or they have a domestic with their wife or husband, or assault with another guy on the street, you just need education. You need to have mandatory education, and not inside of a dungeon, and not in a solitary or a confinement position. And you should not be stuffed in the back of a little tiny cage just because you get arrested. That's preposterous. Why should you be treated like shit the moment they put torture cuffs on you? You see, you shouldn't have to be stuffed into the back of a car. This is why I don't support cops, and I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
support prisons
Oh yeah, and I
or
completely
jails.
understand.
No one. I would never take you there.
I agree. You're out here helping people. We do differ there. We do, because I've never had that. I just think more with my story. I was aggravated because there is situations in this town that should be taken, to me, a lot different. I've seen a lot of them happen, and I'm like, like my best friend. Her telling me a story. She got pulled over. They said 3 cops said because she ran a red light. But when she told them to look at the dash cam, they mysteriously needed to go chase this other car.
Oh, they pulled over for no reason, but then she had a dash cam. See the difference? The camera is the difference maker. Yep. You should have a dash cam, and you always record police. God bless. Okay, so what's your name, sir?
My name is Derek Medley. I'm here for my kids' dad, David Blevins.
Oh, you have 2 stepchildren.
Yes.
Okay, from your
The
wife.
girl I'm with now.
Okay.
Yes. I've been with her for about 10 years. He goes to jail. He complains that he's sick, days and days, and there's more than 10 witnesses. They leave him in there. And he was an addict, but he had gotten himself clean. And he just started coming into his kid's life and got him excited and everything. And then he was complaining that he was sick. He couldn't handle it. After the 4th day of him saying that, they took him to the hospital and he died 2 hours later.
Oh my God. Jump in the passenger seat. My phone's gonna die. Just jump in the passenger. I'll be out. How you guys doing?
Hey, good. How you doing, man?
Thank you, brother. Thanks for coming by. Appreciate it.
Can I just get a quick picture?
Sure,
real
you can
quick?
take a picture.
Hey, I'm gonna get one.
Fists up, fists up. Over there, look at her camera. Look at her camera. Look at her camera. Fists up. Okay. Do you have any other stories you'd like to tell?
Other than driving, them saying that I asked them if they have to have a reason to pull me over. He said somebody called in on me. I asked him what that reason was. He said it was drugs, but never found no drugs in my vehicle. Again, on that day last year.
It was last year?
Last year.
Who pulled you over?
Cold Grove Police Department.
And which officer was it at Cold Grove? Oh, they all retired.
It was a younger boy. No, he's still there.
Oh, the young guy's still
there?
there?
The one that pulled me over is still there.
In his early 20s?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I even had a lawyer, and I asked him, I said, are they allowed to pull me over and not give me the reason why they pulled me over, or let me see the call in that they called in on me? He said, yeah, they can. They don't have to.
So they pretextually stop him and they accuse you of having drugs, correct?
Correct.
And then do they take you out of the car?
Yes.
Do they put you in handcuffs?
Yes, immediately, and put me in the car, and then
They put him in torture cuffs. How long are you in the torture cuffs for?
for probably an hour.
He's in torture cuffs for an hour. What
I was at least in the car for a half an hour waiting on a tow truck to come because they impounded my car when my fiance was there and asked
For what?
them,
Why are they impounding your
they
car?
say that it's a thing they have to do. If you get pulled over and you go to jail, they have to impound your car.
And you're going to jail for a warrant at this time?
For a warrant for child support.
For a warrant for child support.
Same thing I'm going to go to jail for this time when they get me.
So you have to go to jail for not paying child support, but how are you going to pay child support from jail?
They get paid every day for us.
Oh, so now we're paying double. We're paying to store you in a dungeon, and then we're paying your ex, your baby mama, we're paying her money because we got you in a dungeon. So the city, state, they need to tax more people so that they can put more people in the dungeon and then isolate the woman with the children. Makes sense. It's a great.
And another thing I heard you talking about the other day with the dogs.
Yeah.
I just dropped dogs off at the Lawrence County dog shelter, and they said that they got a big grant through Lawrence County where they funded them so much money that they're able to take care of them now. Another cop.
Oh, he can do whatever he wants, but
I ain't gotta give him my name though, do I?
no, but you don't want to be around. You don't want to be around. These guys are dirty. They're nasty. They're nasty. So they put you in torture cuffs and you're in the car for an hour.
For a half an hour.
Half an hour,
until the tow truck gets there.
And then they take you to a dungeon.
And
Okay.
then my fiance's asking them to let her take the car, and they won't. We wait on the rollback, and I had to give her all the money I had to go get my car out so it wouldn't get another $50, $75 charge every day.
Makes sense. Makes a lot of sense.
And I had to have my money in the car because if you get pulled over with it, they take it.
Oh, so you're about the 10th person who says that they take your license, your registration.
They take your money because you're in jail. You got to pay to be in jail, and they take all the money that's in your wallet.
Wow, they take your money. Wow, that's incredible. This is the 10th person telling me that the sheriff's or the Ironton Police Department takes the money out of your car or out of your wallet and they keep it. Is that the law? Is that the law? I'm for law and order. Is that the law? I don't think that's the law. Is that the law?
No.
Right. Right.
No, I mean, it's supposed to be a free country. And we're all supposed to be brother and sister. I wasn't the perfect guy. Everybody knows that knows me.
Sure.
But they all see how I turned my life around, what I got now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard to stay this way with all the repercussions that I know are coming to me whenever I go to this stinking ass Lawrence County jail that is full. Every one of the toilets are full of toilet paper and piss. They won't flush shit. It stinks so bad in there that it makes you sick. I've always had to sleep under the table or on the table or somewhere on the side and always getting stepped on. I've been in there so many times whenever you be in fights because I'm laying in the floor, they hit each other, they knock them down on you. You gotta jump up thinking you're about to get into a fight. They pull the guy out, whoop his ass, and then put the other one in a holding cell.
So he's saying the same thing that Sarah did. And he's saying the same thing someone else said earlier, that the jail is completely overcrowded and that there's no place to sleep. There's no proper, adequate hygiene stations where you brush your teeth, take care of yourself. Is there dental floss? Is there any?
No, they give you a baggie, and in the baggie you get one toothbrush that's already been opened, and it's about 1.5 inches, 2 inches long, and they give you a small tube of toothpaste and a bar of stinking ass soap.
Mm-hmm. And are there showers there? You can just go take a shower?
Yeah, but you got to do it in front of everybody.
This is what we're living in. This is what we're living in. We're living in this garbage. That's how human beings should be treated under the name of, oh, it was drugs, or, oh, they didn't pay child support. How many children have you stomped in?
None.
How many people have you cracked their skull open?
None.
How many people are left bleeding in the street because of you?
None.
1 second. How you doing? Oh, you're Gue. You're GUE. Only got a few complaints about you. Only a few, to be honest.
I am all about supporting you, whatever you have to say, and I will defend you and protect your.
You'll defend that I'm press and that I'm freedom of speech and that I can.
Absolutely, you can say whatever you want to, and I will defend it to the
Yeah,
best I
me
can.
too.
One thing I think we need to do in this town is right in the pussy. Woo!
I gotta go to the next one, man.
Well, listen.
Honestly, I appreciate you being respectful with me. I really do.
Yeah.
And I think you've been a little bit disrespectful to some of my guys.
Well, they've disrespected the town. They've disrespected the people's
You're saying
rights.
again, right?
No, I have video of Blankenship stalking Sarah. Did you not see those
Do
videos
you
of?
have totality there, or do you have partial evidence?
I have the whole video. I have.
Her whole video that she turned
No,
in.
I have the body cam.
Okay, well, if that's the case, then a judge will decide.
Well, can we release all the body cams then?
That's
You're the
not up to me.
supervisor, Gue.
I'm the supervisor.
Man,
of the issue.
I hear this bullshit all the time.
Well,
Oh, I
bullshit.
can't do it. I can't do that.
I physically can't.
Then why can't you?
You can request it this year, or you can get a subpoena and get it.
I don't understand why we can't get the body cam for transparency.
I'm not saying you can't. I'm just physically telling you that there's as you know with anything else, there's checks and balances.
I'd hate to get you in the cage, Gue. You're a fucking beast, bro. This guy's a fucking beast. I would hate to fight this guy.
And honestly,
It would be
I actually-
one hell of a fight.
I actually would be willing to do that if we would do it for charity and talk about it.
Let's talk. I'll do that.'s talk about that. Let's have
All
a
right?
conversation.
But
Let's set up
do
a
it when I'm-
cage.
when I'm not getting paid by the city. Okay?
Yeah, and let's make sure you're in good enough shape.
But I want to make sure.
I'll do that.
This is gentlemen, and we do it for the right cause.
100% for the Boys and Girls Club of America, for Big Brothers and Big
Well, I'll tell you
Sisters.
what, I'll make it better. We'll talk about it later.
Okay, Gue. I'm incarcerated, and now I want to assault a guard. Did you say that to the judge?
No, I didn't.
This is preposterous.
No, it was.
This is ridiculous. Did you say he arrested me because he said a lawful orders for me to move off the street? Did the judge read that? Who is your judge? Who is your judge?
Waldo.